working on the back today, and the focus is mainly on the escapes. We're going to create a really simple template that we follow. This will be modified as the back control gets more advanced and more complicated. The template gets add-ons, so the template doesn't necessarily change. It's just that we add, because we have to deal with this now, have to deal with this now, have to deal with this now. So there's kind of core fundamentals that we stick to and we don't change within reason. And then every now and then, if we put on the bad side, we're going to look at how to flip it back to our position. Okay, so Dan, do you want to show me? So, Lewis, I was going to choose you, but I think I'm going to get Dan. Move in this position a while. Okay, so start from here, easy back control position. Let's start the right hand over. And what we're going to do is, for now, just for the start of the template, we're just going to have the right hand inside, the thumb inside the collar, and left hand's not going to be doing anything. So we're just going to be dealing with this first of all. Okay, two things. And the way that I like to do it is, first of all, is you have to survive the choke. You have to deal with the choke, you have to deal with the hands. It's not bad, but anytime I'm going to the elbow side of it to do this, it does two things that are really bad. One is when I'm putting weight, it's pulling me onto the bad side. And number two, I'm actually pulling the choke on more. So what I like to do is I like to get a cross grip. The way that I normally do this, if Dan's using his right hand, I use my left hand and I get a strong grip, a cross grip, and my hand comes over and onto the fingers. So I'm doubling it up. I don't necessarily have to grip break, I just got to make sure he can't rehash the choke. Okay, so 1 and 2. The next part, and this is a hard part that I see people make a mistake, is turn your toes up and slide your butt down and rehash your head so your head's onto this side. Really important. Right, so this means that I can put my back on the ground and he can't chase me and re-roll me. I'll explain this a bit later. The next part is to create a space. I need to put a space so my back can hit the ground. So what I do is I open up my legs and start to walk this way, and by default, my back will hit the ground. He still has a collar grip, which is okay, so I can now let go of one hand, but I can't let go of the choke hand, because otherwise I'm going to get choked. The part that I stick with is I try and deal with the choke and get up now. I'm still technically in Dan's scale or back control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cross grip from here and slide off the knee to come up. I'm still holding the choke hand. I don't want him to get a secondary choke, so I'm still holding that, so it's quite hard for him to get the choke. So let me get that to slow motion. So right now, all we're going to do is put the right hand over and right thumb inside the collar. That's what we're dealing with. Okay. So number one is pull the hand off so I can get access to the wrist. And with the wrist, I'm on fingers and I'm pulling it down like I'm trying to wrist lock him. Number two, slide down, rehash your head to the other side. That might be a little bit of a battle by itself, but don't move any further until you get your head into position. Number three, create space. So open, shut them, open, shut them, land, clear, don't let go of the choke, clear. This engagement should be in a position where I've got the control, yeah, come up. Still do not let go of the choke, I'm still in the choke position. Right, so don't get rid of this yet. This is where I want to be. Okay, Ian, come hither. Thank you, Dan. On my back. So Ian's got his right hand thumb in. Okay. So first things first is I get a grip. So I'll go to cross grip, so my left hand cross grips, my right hand comes under and I hold the wrist. Okay. Number two, slide down, reposition your head. So my head's on the side that I'm going to fall to. Really, really important. This is part like you want to exaggerate this motion, so the more you do, the better it's going to be. So open, shut them, open, shut them. So from here, if he lets go of the choke hand, we can start to play the different game. So cross hand. Now watch feet, slide off the knee line and start to come up. If I let go of the choke, he's still got the choke. So here, come up. When we're here, we'll go down to collapse, so the choke becomes null and void. But for now, we're just going to start to move off to the side, start to get out of the back control. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Control. Which way to turn? So this is always, like, which way do I turn, which way do I put my head, how do I get my back on the ground? So the choke hand comes from the right hand side. So the attack is technically coming from the right hand side. Does that make sense? So the way that I got taught this by a Brazilian guy was, don't be a coward, look at your attacker. So if the choke's come from the right hand side, anytime I turn to the left, I'm riding the choke on. So we want to the right to get our shoulders so the choke's coming off. So how do we work out which way which way to put our back on the ground? So if Lewis is using his right hand, right, I'm going to turn and face it. So cross grip, hand from here, and here. So now, what I'm doing is I'm turning and facing the choke. This will technically unwind it. So to get rid of the hooks, I'll find it easier to drop my legs flatter, and this makes it easier to get rid of the hooks. Right, yeah. And now, I am going to start to tension the choke hand, so I am trying to pull it down as well. Watch, my head goes down, I slide, and I know he's going to try and gently go to mount. So as long as I'm on the knee, you can try and get him out. As long as I'm on the knee, I've got this ability to keep him out back. Like in fact, I've got this ability to one hand push you and come up. And there's not strength, it's just that he's pinned to the ground, so he can't come up technically because I'm over the top of you. Like, there's a strength variance that will have some effect on it, but that would be the general battle. And then once we kind of get up, I'm in a position to start to clear it as well. So if they're choking with the right hand side, you've got to put your back on the ground, you've got to turn and face it and slide away from the choke. 1, 2, 3. Please. So we have the, and look, it might be seatbelt grip, it might be the choke, it doesn't matter, we're going to work the same template. So first things first is I always want to come over and grip break. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that I'm grip breaking, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull the hand down. And this does two things. Once again, it helps me pull to the side that I want to fall. That's really important. Number two, what I'm trying to do is catch his hands and catch the inside position. So I'm going to try and catch the hands and catch the inside position on the leg. Right? And now I can hand fight if I want to. It doesn't matter right now, right? But I need to make sure that I'm tipping my shoulder down to my left. I've got control of both if I can, but that elbow is king. Right? I need that here. I do have my hand monitoring in case the hand goes into my lapel. Now I can start to defend the lapel choke. Once again, it's this: slide down, apply pressure on your elbow and switch your head. So this is going to be nice and easy to start to grip break. I am facing the wrong way. I do have back exposure, but he can't chase me because I've cleared the hook. Does that make sense? Now, step one, step two, from here and lift. So make sure I'm lifting the leg and get the control. Because I'm pulling the choke hand down, there's not really a threat of a choke. Technically, I've passed the guard. So I've got 3 points because there's back control, later on his back, so it's a guard. I'll generally wait for him to let go. Right? Which is really hard to do. So I've pinned both of his hands together. This is actually quite a hard mechanic. So the more that he goes, oh, my hand out, so then I kind of go, and I've got that ability to clear. So I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to take my time and make sure that he has to fight to clear. So the small details, once again, is the micro, is I have the cross grip from here. And what I'm doing is, once I get the grip, is I'm pulling my elbow to the inside and then down. Don't put your elbow down because you might come over the knee. So elbow goes to the inside position first. Down, I'm trying to pry the leg off. Look, dig your elbow into the knee. It's good fun, doesn't hurt me. Slide, reposition your head. Here, back exposure. So this time I'm off the side a little bit. What this does is I have a post which allows my leg to come through. See that? So from here, I have a hole, lift the leg up, turn and pin. How's that feel, Corey? Yeah, I'm quite heavy for 65 or 68 kilo. They're going to hand fight, so when they pull the hand out, make them fight. Got it. So it's a little bit of a game in there. We're going to play a little bit of a game in there. So how'd that feel?
That's good. Pressure.
Yeah, and it's just natural body weight. But because I've got you kind of pinned, it makes me feel heavier than I am. Ian, come here, on my back.